to check it out. But see that? You see that? Oh, see? This is the newest unbutton. It's like the newest addition to my collection, Fenty Beauty. And you know, they're like supposed to be for all skin tones, and I saw it and I was like, this is not gonna be matched my skin tone. But I like it because I love like peach on my skin tone. It's so great to have it on my lips too, because it's usually just on my cheeks. She did it again. She can do no wrong. That's my girl, Riri. I'm gonna meet her one day. Like, it's gonna happen. When I set my mind to things, they happen. That's how I landed Jacob. But that's beside the point. Okay, this is gonna be still trying to figure out this camera, so there might be like cutting. It might stop recording and I have to. But anyway. Oh, do you like my shirt? Can you see? Ta-da! Anyway. Yeah, my hair's starting to look ratchet. I bring that up because my birthday's coming. So, we're trying to pick a style for me, my brother and I. He's gonna get his own channel. I'm so proud. But, it's been so long, so there's so much, there's some really big changes that have occurred. I've decided to change my diet, from vegan to mostly vegan, so like vegetarian. I realized, first of all, I might have already said so, but I was reading this book that, Living a Healthy Life with Chronic Conditions, you know, and it really opened up my eyes, about stuff. That sounds really lame, but it did. It opened up my eyes about my behavior and just managing my symptoms, and I decided to stop going vegan because I believe I don't mind veganism, and I'm not against it, but I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. You know, because I don't like animals. I don't like animals. I don't like children. Really. Children like me for some reason. And like animals take to me, but like I don't really like them that much. But yeah, when I say I was doing it for all the wrong reasons, it's more like it was like a diet since I was a teenager. You know, this whole experience, and by experience I mean just from my mother's suicide on, all these years, I haven't had a lot of control over anything, you know. I've spiraled like in and out of insanity, and what I put into my body, like what I eat, that seemed to be the only thing that I could control. So I would just be very strict about it, and you know, I would tell people it's because I want to be healthy. And don't get me wrong, I do want to be healthy. But it was mostly because I didn't want to eat a lot of food. I didn't have very good self-esteem. I'm not sure if I do now. Saying a lot. this is really hard to talk about. The truth is, I guess I have an eating disorder. Oh, not I guess. I have an eating disorder. And I know I have an eating disorder. And I knew I had an eating disorder. But I didn't tell anyone. Because I don't want to say I wanted to have it, but it was a coping skill. And I didn't want them to try and take that away, because that was my only coping skill, and then I would have nothing. So I wouldn't tell the doctors about it. It was like that with my PTSD. I didn't tell them, at first, I didn't tell them about the assault because it was too hard to talk about. So I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, so you're just having anxiety for no reason? And I'd be like, yeah, just no reason, because I didn't want to talk about it. So it became generalized anxiety disorder. It wasn't until later I was able to explain to them. I mean, it turns out I have generalized anxiety disorder too, but I also have PTSD. But I've been thinking a lot about my self-talk. It's part of the book. And how I talk to myself and relate with others. And I've been diagnosed with a lot of stuff. And those diagnoses, you know, knowing you have them can really bring you down. I mean, who wants to have a personality disorder, you know? And you tell yourself, you know, that you're sick, and, okay, let me just make sure it's still recording. I just don't want to, like, get really deep in, like, all my emotions, and then it wasn't filming. What was I saying? Besides the fact that Fenty Beauty, I love it. But no, I was talking about eating. Yeah, I believe there is a term for that kind of eating disorder. It might begin with an O. You know, but I'm trying to stay away from the labels and focus more on the symptoms and the feelings. You know, not to say that I'm denying that I have these things, but, you know, just focusing on schizoaffective or bipolar, it really does bring you down. I mean, it is depressing. Speaking of depression, I've been really depressed since my last video. I didn't really do anything. I'm pretty sure the video was on. Yeah, I was sitting on the couch. I just stayed on the couch. That's all. I just recently got off the couch, maybe the day.
Probably here, fill it. I think he believes.
Yeah, well, I'm making a video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. Why don't you get me a glass of water?
Okay.
I'm gonna take my medicine.
Sure.
You can just set it down. And anyway, yeah, I'm gonna take my medication because...
I hope it doesn't stay in the video.
Oh, it's okay. Anyway. The fact that I need to take my medication, you know, I need to take my anti-anxiety medication because I haven't eaten, like, that's pizza, you know, and I haven't had cheese in forever. I'm gonna focus on eating healthy. That was another part of the book. It's just that I was already eating a plant-based diet, so focusing more on just eating more, and what I eat is healthy. I don't know. Because that really makes a difference, you know, when you don't get enough food. From my experience, I wasn't getting enough food because I was depressed, and when you get depressed, you lose your appetite. And with loss of appetite comes fatigue, and then with fatigue, it's just like, but when the other day, this really wasn't that long ago, it was like either the day before yesterday, I was able to eat an entire meal based off of the guidelines that are like, you know, the My Plate thing that used to be the food pyramid, and then it was another pyramid, now it's a plate. Well, I followed the plate, and I was able to it actually helped me focus more. My fatigue, it helped with my fatigue. It helped with, essentially it helped with my depression, like concentrating on stuff. And food is medicine, you know? I mean, not pizza, but they call it in the book they call it sometimes food. Like, I might have it again on my birthday. What's it called? Also, I'm gonna get a P.O. box soon, so you guys can send me stuff. I appreciate it if, I mean, that's like a whole nother project. There's so much I want to tell you now that I've come out of this episode, this depressive episode. I've had so many breakthroughs, but no, I've had so many breakthroughs. Now that song's gonna be in my head. That's okay. But it's takes an effort to eat. I'm just used to eating very little, and the lack of appetite is there, but I know I have to. Also, I've been trying to go outside, and the greatest news of all, I finally got my medicine refilled. You know, my last appointment there was, they had me in July, and I was just lying on the couch waiting. They were gonna say, can you come in on November 15th? Like, oh, it's like, oh, I'm gonna be 23 by the time I get to see the doctor. But no, I'm glad that I have my medicine, so at least I can get on like a baseline level, and that it takes a few days, you know, but once my mind starts, you know, working again, then I can start working on projects and stuff, and making more videos. Because before, I was really, really depressed. I sat on the couch, like I couldn't even go to bed. I just stayed on the couch and did nothing and spoke to no one. And I isolated myself, so I'm trying to make an effort not to isolate myself. And just talking to my siblings, like just talking to you, that really made a difference. It's like I went all that time without talking to anyone. Like, I need to work on how I relate to others, you know, my relationships, because I don't want to be 40 and still have borderline personality disorder. I mean, it has a good prognosis, you know. I don't want to have to take a lot of medication for the rest of my life, so I have to focus on what I can do, you know, besides taking medication. Although medication is sometimes necessary. But there's a lot going on. I've been having a lot of anxiety, but I didn't take my anxiety medicine because I think they gave me a little less than usual, probably because I'd gone so long without taking it. The dose wasn't as strong. But to eat that food, I might need just because it's been so long. But you know, there are going to be some major changes, you know. I've got a lot of plans. Today, in particular, honestly, wasn't that good. I feel like I took a step backwards because, I mean, well, my goal for today was to make a video, so I guess I meet my goal, but I didn't go outside like I did yesterday. But I know not to beat myself up about it, because I can like, you know, I don't know. Am I saying anything? Am I making any sense? Am I?
I mean, you were making sense.
Okay, yeah, like I do want to go outside.